as the race for the 2023 elections intensify, there have been permutations and guesses over who succeeds who and who continues in office. Now, whilst the ruling All Progressives Party, that's the APC, is making plans on reconciling the party and give it a lasting structure, others are making efforts at matching up to make their yet-to-be candidate a force to reckon with. In the midst of this, the People's Democratic Party, that's PDP, and the opposition has said it had not yet decided what zone the presidency should go to. Some members have suggested to the party to throw open the contest for its presidential ticket. The PDP's National Publicity Secretary, Kola Olopmundiyan, stated that due to inquiries from members and the general public, it has become imperative to clarify that the PDP is yet to adopt any proposed recommendations on the 2023 general elections. And joining us now to speak on this and other political issues in Nigeria is a public commentator, Dr. Tony Osakpamwan Agbans. Good to have you join us on Newsday.
Yeah, thank you, Fade. Thank you for that introduction. Good to be here.
Well, let's start by asking you how you think Nigeria should be reset in terms of our leadership ascension process as we look towards 2023. Should we still be zoning the presidency, would you say?
Yeah. The question of the Nigerian project is one that, has been really, bothering the minds of majority of our citizens, both at home in Nigeria and even those in the diaspora. With the year 2023 still very much far away, a lot of Nigerians are taken aback as to why we are talking politics at this time instead of governance. But be that as it may, while we all look forward to 2023, the election year, the main issue of concern is the quality of leadership that we are expecting to come up as 2023 beckons. With the introduction you made and looking at the candidates that are already being thrown up, I must tell you that a lot of Nigerians are disenchanted. There's a lot of apathy as to the quality of people who are, looking to ascend the highest office in the land. So this, to me, is a big worry.
All right, Dr. Agbans, I'm going to take you up on that last statement you just made. I would like your thoughts on the same individuals vying for political office over time. Are we seeing enough younger candidates? And do you think the public has enough trust for them, for the youth, to be able to take up the mantle of public office?
Yeah, thank you, Neil, for that question. I think the challenge for the Nigerian people now is not even about age. The challenge is all about quality. The challenge is about, doing away with mediocrity. Because when you look at the Nigerian political space, there's a lot of mediocrity. Our system is such that it is unable to throw up quality to the forefront. People are not able to compete on a level playing ground across the major political party, talking about the People's Democratic Congress and the All Progressive Congress, which is the ruling party at the moment. There's no quality. It's just it's a recycling of the old brigade. It's a recycling of the same team. It's always been said that we cannot keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. The country is at a point where there are a lot of quality people. We have quality all around, but they cannot ascend. Our political system is so skewed in such a way that people with intent, good intentions, people with who have got the strategy, people who have got the know-how, people who have got the expertise, they cannot. For me, I would not really ascribe to maybe somebody's age, but we just want a new direction. Because I must be honest with you, since 1999, when we started this current democratic practice, it's been the same crop of people and it's been the same ideas, and the country is not really going anywhere. Which, and you can also attest to the fact that Nigeria has never been this bad. The country is on a cliff edge as we speak. There are a lot of issues, facing the country. So it's all about having a system that can throw quality leadership for the citizens to look up to, and for the country to be on the path of greatness. Nigeria is a land of potential, and this potential has never been met all the while.
And Dr. Tony, let's look at regional autonomy now. And with so many quarters clamoring for that regional autonomy, is there a way of reversing errors we probably made in the past to avert an alleged looming crisis?
Yeah, I think that is the way to go. Whether we're going to give the nomenclature regional autonomy, we're going to call it restructuring. Nigeria, we certainly got to a point in our country where we need to allow the federating units to grow at their own pace. So if we borrow this federal system from the Americans, we have to do it the way it is done. So the federating unit, because what we are practicing in Nigeria at the moment is, for me, it's a unitary system with the garb of a federal system. That is why nothing is working. So you just find out that there's so much power at the center. So we need to really decentralize our decision-making process. We need to decentralize our economic base. So that way the country can grow. Then this, clamor for presidency, you will see it will dissipate and people will begin to work local. Politics is a local thing. Development is local. It's something that has a ripple effect. It could just start from a local government, it goes to the state, and then it filters to the federal level, and the country will be better for it. It is so painful that this current government, when the All Progressive Congress came into being, one of the mantras they used in campaigning in 2015 was restructuring. But so funny that once the party got into power, they threw that to the sink, and nothing was heard of it again. So we need to really go back to that regional, like I said, whether we call it regional or it has to be proper federalism. That is the way to go. Otherwise, I tell you, there's a looming danger ahead.
Indeed. Now, Dr. Ogbons, do you see any vibrant opposition in the runoff to the elections then in 2023? We often see knee-jerk reactions to issues of public discourse on the current opposition.
My brother Nee, I think you got that spot on. The opposition, I must tell you, the People's Democratic Party has not given us a vibrant opposition at all. What I have seen with most of the politicians in the PDP, they are all just like, trying to circulate within their own cycle. They are working within their own perimeter. So the opposition is not vibrant at all. They are not articulating anything. They are not coming up with alternatives. So the Nigerian people are just the worse off for it. Honestly, even with 2 years to an election like this, the People's Democratic Party, which is the largest opposition party, by now should be telling Nigerians what they will do differently. That is exactly what we want to hear. But that, at the moment, is not just happening. And this is really, really sad. It's a sad commentary on our political development as a country.
And in the absence of all this, is there a provision for searching for a vision as an answer to Project Nigeria?
Yeah, for me, and I've said this in different fora, the solution from my own perspective is, number one, we need to practice a true federal system. I know a lot of people oppose this, but at least for a change, because what we've been doing since the return to civil rule in 1999 is just not working. And it is very clear for all to see. It's not working. So I would suggest that we sit down as a people. Let us discuss the Nigerian question. Let's have, a very peaceful discussion. Because at the end of the day, if this is not done, like it has been said, many times, they said those who make peaceful change impossible, they make violent change possible. So we really need to sit down on the table and have a discourse. Because at the moment, things are not working. And a lot of our people are just, suffering. There are so many challenges facing the country.
Indeed, Dr. Bones, still on that issue, in terms of participatory politics, are people included on issues of national discuss? Shouldn't there be a feedback mechanism between those who are ruling and, of course, the followers themselves?
Absolutely, Nee. Yeah, but again, just because of our system that is so skewed, like I mentioned earlier, that feedback system seems not to be in place. Unfortunately, our own representatives, those in the House of Rep, those in the state assemblies, they are not doing what they're supposed to do. So what we just have is a situation of people just using political parties as vehicles to get lucrative political offices, and then they just look after themselves and their families, and while others remain as beggars, waiting for crumbs. So the system is lopsided. It is so bogus, and I tell you, my brother, we really need to do something drastic. And I must say also, the Nigerian people, it's time for us to wake up. We cannot just keep, clapping for this never-do-wells, people who have no wherewithal to take our country forward. So we also, as a people, need to wake up. We need to start talking. We need to start coming together to decide our destiny.
And is the problem, is the solution that we don't have a problem for shared vision? And will such visions need to be redefined, would you say?
Yeah, in terms of shared vision, we step up our game, and we start changing our mentality so that people begin to see public office as an opportunity to serve and not to be served. So people begin to understand that public office is continuum. You come in, you do your space, deliver for the people, and then allow others to get in. Most importantly, and I'm going to stress this one very well, we in Nigeria, we need to create a system. Enough of this super personality. We've had presidents who are super personalities. They just do their own and they go. So we need to have a system in place. Countries all over the world, they work by systems. So, and the system is there. As government come and go, the system is the one that is serving as the lubricant. And things just move, seamlessly. And like some people will say, things will work like an autopilot. That is how a country is run. And that is my wish for Nigeria.
Indeed, Dr. Ogbons. Now, I know you mentioned the issue of restructuring earlier, but what, in your opinion, is the most crucial issue that will shape the outcome of politics in 2023? Briefly, please.
For me, Niyi, certainly is the main issue is going to be the current issue of insecurity in the land. I think at the moment, most of what the current government have put in place seem not to be working. So security is one key issue, and then economy. So the Nigerians are waiting to hear, what those who are aspiring in office in 2023, if we get there, those who aspire, if we get there, so what they can offer and what they want to do, to move our country forward. Those are the two main issues for me, basically.
Indeed. Can they offer us a better economy and improve on security? Dr. Tony Osapawan Egbons, public commentator, would like to thank you for joining us on Newsday.